What's cracking with you people? Anansi here, and welcome back to Jet Set Radio Future. In the last one, we took out Poison Gem and retrieved the goddess statue, with the statue of the goddess for Doganzaka Hill, the Gigi's territory, as well as recruited Garam to our little crew. In this one, we're not going to continue the story. We're actually going to do some cleanup because the last episode ran a little long. So we're going to take this episode to finish off Road Boy's tutorial, and then we're going to get all of the tricks and graffiti souls that we left behind in the Tokyo sewers. Let's see here. Teach you the basics. Last one, air combos. Now again, you've been doing this the entire time. Do you know what to do? Do you know how to do consecutive airs? Well, while you're grinding, and if you have enough speed, jump. Then press the X button. It's kind of like the combo grind that I showed you. But be sure to press the button again right when you finish doing your first air. Do an air and press X toward the end of the air. So basically, what he's teaching you is the timing for the air. Or the air combo. In order to do a proper air combo, you have to let the combo finish, and then you do another one. So let's see. Now, I did do it earlier, I just landed a grind that kind of interrupted it. There you go. Now you got it. Try doing 3 in a row. This is kind of hard because you're going to need a lot of air to do it. A lot of hang time, I should say, to do it. Let's try this again. Did not time that combo just right. And because I landed on a half pipe, it didn't count. Okay. There you go. Wow, you actually look like you might possibly know what you're doing. By the way, you can also do the same thing by pressing the Y button instead. The timing's a little different, and you'll end up facing the other direction, so be careful. Well, I think I've taught you everything. Do me a favor. Don't embarrass yourself out there, okay? Because it's embarrassing to me too. Go forth, my prodigy, and show the world what you have learned from the master. Now go away. I've got nothing left to show you. Man, I can finally get some sleep too. Just kidding. What, did you think I was broken? Aw, did you get worried about me? That's so sweet of you. Damn, noob. Aha! Right, and like that, we're done. Yeah, it's weird that they teach you these tricks from Roboy, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's like you're by the time you're doing this, by the time you have to learn this, or by the time they let you learn it, you've already kind of, what's the looking for here? You've already kind of got a feel for how to do it. They're just kind of explaining a lot of it. The territory of the Immortals is located beyond Tokyo underground sewage facility. You know how to get there, don't you? So yeah, so to get to the next area, we're gonna have to, go through the Tokyo underground sewer, but we're not gonna go there just yet because again, we haven't gotten everyone's perspective on this on this section of the tour. Which, by the way, we're in chapter 2 now. Okay, I need to actually get this going. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Now I got control of the character again. Yeah, we're in chapter 2 now. We officially started chapter 2, and I think this goes up to like chapter 10. But yeah, it's weird that they show you this stuff, that they teach you this so late, for lack of a better term. Because by the time you learn it, you're already kind of doing it for the most part. Nope, don't need to go there. Don't need to go there. So first things first. We need to do a 10 grind combo, 4 airs, 45 tricks, and get 150,000 points total. There's 2, but we gotta get the 150 first. So what you want to do, you want to find an area where you can actually get that. Here we go. Okay, hit that grind a little too early. Here we go. So again, you want to try to find a grind rail. That gives you a 500 point bonus, as I've shown you multiple times, which I'll admit I don't know where. Okay. Here we go. Which I'll admit I don't know exactly where that grind rail is, but I believe it's on one of the upper levels. Typically, it's like a grind rail that's on like a walkway. So I would imagine right around here would be where you would find it. No, this ain't it either. Oh, I just gotta do a little bit of searching. You'll find it. We'll find it. The underground is probably, I would argue, the hardest one to get their combos on, because a lot of it is literally finding the right spot to do it. Okay. Okay. I am losing control of the character. Go. There we go. Garam. I lost control there for a second again. Okay. Come on. Okay, this is also not another one of those. I don't think this thing hurts you. Okay, that ain't it either. Okay. Fell right in there. Well, at least I know that's not it. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll admit, I forget which one it actually is to get the, combo going, because getting up to the 150,000 is going to be hard, with the limited space that you do have. I want to say it's on the uppermost area if you want to try to get it. Okay, let's just look at the map here. Okay. Let's see here. Nope, this ain't it either. But while we're here, missed the grind. Yeah, while we're here, might as well go ahead and get this. I believe that was the grind combo. Okay, I know I gotta do that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's a taunt and a half right there if I ever saw one. Will it be third time's the charm, I wonder? Okay. We're getting there. Okay. Now you're just taunting me. Oh, I actually got the, I think this is the 45 trick combo, I want to say. Okay, come on. I know I can get this. Got it. Okay. Okay, I'll admit I forget where the other one showed up. So now, you just gotta get the airs and the point combos. Here we go. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. There we go. Okay, I still got my momentum from that. Okay, let's go ahead and go through here. Okay, now is the rail up here, I wonder? Here it is. So now my question is there a longer one or is that it? I want to say, I wonder if I can get around there, if that would give me a better rail. Oh no, there's a good one here. Okay, I see how it is. Up. At least I know where it is now. So we got the 100K. Now I need to get the 150. And I'll admit that's partly my fault because I stuck on the X combos a little too long on that rail. when I should have been doing Ys once I maxed out the X combos. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So I believe you gotta start at the end of this rail and see if we can't get the 150 by the time we get to the end of here. Okay, started that combo a little too early. Freely admit that. Can't start mashing the button too early. Okay. 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 Try this again. Here we go. Here we go. I got it. I got it. Nope, don't got it. Okay. Well, there's one other area I can think of where if we do this just right, we might be able to get to it. Oh, that wasn't a, we're gonna have to basically circle back around and get on top of that one, because I think that's a long enough loop that we should be able to grab it. Grab the 150. Well, while we're getting up there, I think I want to kind of discuss something that's been on my mind for the last little bit, and that is, well, honestly, kind of why I think Jet Set Radio doesn't really get the kind of love I would like to see it get, but I also understand why that's the case. Because, well, is a series that is very much trapped by its own... What's the best way to put this here? Is a series that is very much trapped by its own... like, style, I guess. Because you really can't have a series like Jet Set Radio that is specifically designed to, let's see here. Okay, so I gotta go to that one. So I want to say that one is... Let's see here. I think I see how to get to that one. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those series that is very much influenced by whatever the pop culture of the time has to be, or happens to be. And the pop culture of the time here nowadays just isn't, I feel, conducive to what Jet Set Radio was for me when I grew up with it, you know? Here we go. If we can grab this from here, I want to say. Like how like the new revamp is, you know, emphasizing more like tighter clothes and baggier pants and stuff like that. I literally had it and I jumped right over it. Man, I am a menace to myself. I literally had it and lost it. Okay, let's try that again. Try to make a point here and I completely mess it up. like for me, Jet Set Radio, you know, emphasize like cargo pants, looser clothing style, stuff like that. A much more relaxed style, whereas nowadays it's very much like trying to put on a fashion statement than anything else. Here we go. Okay, now we got this. I know we got this. I know we got this. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now that's all of them. Now I gotta go pick up all of them. I think I can see 3 of them. Okay. Okay, well, we know where one of them is. Literally over here. And I think we can get to it by just rail grinding off of this and falling down rather than having to overthink it. I think so. Nope. I'm gonna have to actually do this with some amount of skill here, or I'm gonna have to I want to say jet boost over to it. But yeah, so like the newer style of it, while it is not for me, I do hope it at least revitalizes the franchise enough to like get a more consistent representation. One thing I wouldn't mind seeing, and I think this would help Jet Set Radio. I want to know what you guys think, if you think I'm off base or not. But I think what would help Jet Set Radio a lot would be if, for let's say whatever reason, you can get someone to make a manga or an anime series out of it. It just had to be something fun and lighthearted with the occasional serious tone to it. Whereas more like despite Jet Set Radio's JSR's focus on what's the looking for here? Focus on what's the looking for here? On story. And I use that very loosely because I understand exactly what I'm saying here. But despite that, it does. Okay, that doesn't work. It does give this impression that it wants to focus more on its characters than it does on its story. And I think if that's the case, it should lean into that a little bit more. Have way more instances where the story takes precedent. Well, okay, that didn't work. Oh, I forgot the heirs. I never got the heirs. Sorry about that. Okay, so this one's gonna have to require me to actually make maybe we'll see. I completely forgot about the heirs. Let's see if we can do this just right. Okay, not gonna work. Okay, I want to do this the other way. Okay, but yeah, I think if you can get someone to like make a manga of it or an anime of it, you have a lot more freedom, in my opinion, to really get people to fall in love with the characters of Jet Set Radio. But I just don't know if that's going to happen, considering how niche Jet Set Radio is. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more air. I mean, I have enough space to do it. Okay. Maybe I don't. Yeah, a little bit more space here for this. There we go. Got it. Okay. So, that's a lot of air for that one. But yeah, it's one of those things that I feel like if you could get someone to write that story and focus on the characters. I don't know who the main character story would be. They very heavily hint at it being beat in, at least in the first game. I know I've gone on this a couple of times, but again, it is to be reiterated. In the first game, Beat was the player character. He was the first character you played as, and it's very heavily implied that the story revolves around him and that he is the unofficial child of Goji Rokaku. All they say is that he's a runaway from a pretty well-off family, and that at the end of the first Jet Set Radio, they make it clear that the son of Goji Rokaku takes over the Rokaku group. Is a little bit different. The ending is a little bit different in this game. Like, a little bit different. Like, I don't think they mention Goji having a kid at all. And they made Beat an unlockable character while making Yo-Yo the player character, essentially, for this go-round. When Yo-Yo was the first unlockable character you got in the original Jet Set Radio. So I think a decent idea would be to have 2 focus characters. And I think those characters should be Gum and Beat for a very specific reason that we'll get into, at least with regards to Gum, later. Let's see here. So those 2 are right next to each other. And then that one's in that. Okay, I think I'm on the level where I can actually get to that. I want to say it's over. Okay, let's go around here. Let's go around here. I think I gotta go around and get to it. But yeah, I would have those 2 be the focus characters, and then have them interact with different characters in the series. Heck, I'd even have a prequel comic, or at least have a prequel story, or have the first arc of that story lead up to the formation of the GGs, and see which characters the artist decides to use as the foundation for it. Because originally, again, you had Korn, who was Tab in the original game, Gum, who's been consistently part of the GGs and had her name consistently be referenced as Gum in the story. But then you have Beat or Yo-Yo, depending on the continuity. It looks like this the new reboot is going to have Beat be the go back to Beat being one of the original members of the GGs, and have Yo-Yo maybe be someone that they discover later. But even she can see that, and then have, like, by the end of the first little bit of the story, you would, you would have, am I too high up now? Yes, I am. I gotta drop down one. I gotta drop down one. Okay. So that means that to get to that one, I gotta go down here. Okay, that works. And I think this is the way to it, right? Right. I'm trying to read this map. This map is terrible. Mostly because of the writing on it. I wish you could, if you could toggle off the map. It'd be a lot. Toggle off the wording. It would be easier. Okay, so I gotta go back this way. Is it? Okay, this area right here? Yeah, that was like it. Okay. But yeah, and I mean, it's kind of hard to plan this out, I will admit, because I don't know exactly what you do to continue on from it. But one thing I would do is I would kind of have it be where and again, this is assuming that the theory that Beat is the son of Goji Rokaku, I would have it be where the GGs are founded, partially because of Beat and Gum and Korn's kind of, helps out. He joins in at a later date. It didn't have it be where the end of the game, the end of the story is the original ending, or at least partly the original ending of the original Jet Set Radio. Okay, and shortcut time. And in so doing, you set up for the next arc where Yo-Yo takes over Beat's position. The GGs have somewhat disbanded due to some internal arguments, and this is kind of about getting it back together and have it be with the Rokaku group. And this would be the only time I would advocate this, because it's. Oh wait a minute, do I actually have to do? No, that one's near the. No. Okay, I'm wrong about that one. Yeah, so this one. Okay, so in order to get this next one, I gotta go through here. Okay, this one's gonna be a hard one to do. But I would have it be where it's like Beat gets. And again, this is assuming that he is that him being the son of Goji Rokaku was intended. I have it be where he gets kicked out by somebody else. Have it be another Rokaku who looks a lot like Goji, but is not him. Okay. Stop. The one problem to that is that you have to. I'm going to try my best not to die here, because if I do, I'm going to have to reset. I do know where some of the stuff is, but I gotta be. So if my memory serves correct, you have to. Okay. I think we're in the. Yes, we are. Okay, so this one's kind of hard. What you basically have to do is you have to skate up the top of this, which I am genuinely surprised they did not make this like the actual what's the word I'm looking for here? Graffiti soul challenge, because this is pretty hard to do. You gotta get to start on the right area that you feel comfortable doing. Then you have to basically climb this entire thing without falling down. In a game that is one of the most interesting uses of platforming I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, you want that graffiti soul? You got to work for it. You are going to be, by the skin of your teeth, getting some of this. So, and it's mostly because the wider section of this is where you're going to be losing a lot of your upward momentum. Ah, come on. Come on. Okay. 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 Come on. Gotta get this just right. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Come on. Just barely saved my tail there from taking some fall damage. Okay. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay, let's try it from a different side. See if maybe that helps. Because I got up there. You can see, you got to get all the way up there. And even then, we didn't get all the way up there. I'll probably cut to when we actually get that, because this is going to be a hard one. try it from this side then. Whew. Okay, you guys have no idea how long that actually took. And I am ashamed to admit personally how long it took. And as you can see, I swapped over to Gum. This is one of those things where it's like, it's important to pick your character wisely for certain things. I try my best to, as you see, I try my best to, whenever I'm doing a cleanup segment, I try my best to get those cleanup pieces with the character that we most recently got. They get the graffiti souls with the character we most recently acquired. Problem is, you know, that one particular spot requires a lot more control than what Garam was offering when it came to his heirs. I have seen it recommended, and I do wholeheartedly stand by this, to pick a character that has pretty decent stats to do these challenges with. You can accomplish most of them with almost every single character. But some characters require a lot more fine control than what others will offer. I have seen Beat and Corn be used since they have similar stats. And Gum as well as Rith for their control abilities. And I think right now, Gum does have the best handling of all the GGs that we currently have access to. So we only got 2 more graffiti souls, and then we can clean up the second underground area, the second sewer area, which I believe. We go around here. I believe you have to go here and then boost this way. And here we go. And now for the last one that we just have to grind up this rail to get. And now we head all the way back down to the bottom, because we have to go to the other underground area to finish those up. Now I don't think those are any harder to get than, but yeah, the bottom point. I don't think these are any harder to acquire, because there's 2 that's already that we need to find, 2 on the map. Everybody's got to get a 10 grind combo, 4 airs, 50 tricks, and a 70,000 combo, which is actually a lot easier than you think. I believe you just have to hop on this here. Okay, no, this isn't the we already got our grind, which unfortunately interrupted this. I think you can get your 50 on these rails right here. So let's try to get our 50 in, and then we can find the rail we need to find to get the okay, let me hop off of this real quick. I need to make sure I have a good running start. I want to say we can do this right here. Nope. Actually, no way. Yeah, you can.
Check out that style, man.
Okay, we didn't get the 50. Probably gotta slow down just a little bit here to get it.
Check out that style, man. Sweet.
There we go. There's the 50. Now he's got to keep continuing down. Oh, wait. Here's a graffiti soul. I ran right past this, didn't I? Graffiti soul number 129. Okay. Let's get it up through here. I don't know where the 50 rail is, but since the... As you know, I do know where it is. I think it's right here, right? Yeah, I think this is it right here. This is the 50 rail. No, this isn't it. My bad. I thought it was it. Could have sworn it was. Let's see here. I doubt it's this one, but let's give it a shot. No, this isn't it. Well, then I can think of one other place it could possibly be. Oh, we're going on it right now, huh? Nice. How do you like that? So let's try these. Okay, that's fit. Okay, that unfortunately interrupted a combo, but yeah, I figured it would be one of these rails. That would probably be it. I messed up the timing on that. I messed the timing up on that again. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Come on, Gum, turn it around. Got a little too overzealous with the trick button. I'll freely admit that one. And there we go. That should be all of them, right? Oh, gotta do 4 airs. Okay. Oh, messed that up. Okay. I think there's enough air time in here that we can get 4 airs. I just gotta get the trick. I gotta get the timing right again. So let's try that again. Try that one more time. And there we go. All right, now it's just cleanup. And for the most part, they're all relatively along the way. So let's head back up the railing. Actually, no way. Let's keep going. No, yeah. Never mind. Let's go. Let's head back up the railing because I think the one we just unlocked is literally back up this way. Yeah, it's literally right here. So head back this way. Okay. Messed that up, but we can swing this around. Face planting again. I remember that Gum does not have the most health of all the ones that we're using. It's weird because Rith is a lot, you know, you would think like if you want to go by like physical appearance, Rith is a lot smaller than Gum is, but Rith has a higher health pool than Gum does. So it's just one of those things where it's like once you notice it, it's hard to unnotice it. But yeah, a lot of getting this one, from what I can tell, is just making sure you're jumping at the right moment. There we go. That's another graffiti soul. So now the next one is actually in the next chamber. I think you want to go this way, and it should be. I want to say it's actually on one of the. Yeah, it's on the red rail, so I keep making that mistake. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up again. And let's go ride the red rail. And we can get the next to last one. No, not next to last one. I think there's like 2 more left to get. No, there's 3 more left to get. There's a lot more left to get after this. So yeah, just gotta follow this rail all the way up. But yeah, going back to it, and I know I had to cut myself off, but if we were going to get like an extended Jet Set Radio universe, and I know it took me a minute to get back to this tangent, I was so focused on getting these tricks done that I completely slipped my mind. But yeah, I would like to see like a story that kind of starts off with the GGs being formed, and this would be one of those. It would have to be like a side story manga kind of thing, because I don't think you could make a game out of just trying to find 3 people trying to get together to do their own thing, you know. But I think it would be interesting to at least see them try it, to attempt it. Let's see, it's not here, so it's in this upper corner, so that means it's got to be on a railing that I missed. Okay, I think I might have messed that up. Let's get on the railing and see if I can't get back up on that catwalk, as it were. But yeah, I would get one where I would try to get a story going where it is the inception of the GGs, and again as a side story. I probably had to be like the first. Honestly, it'd probably be the first volume of the book. Being realistic with you, I don't think you could really get a whole lot of mileage out of that. Not to say that it's not worth trying, but it's one of those things that's like, I feel like you would have to pace it out. You can maybe get 2 volumes out of a book like that, and then have the rest of it be the original story with a few tweaks near you, because there are some. Okay, I did not mean to jump that way, but we'll get there. But yeah, I would have it be the original story, have it be where Beat, has to basically split, and as a result, the team falls apart because there's no real, what's the word I'm looking for here? Okay, not what I'm trying to do. Because there's no cohesive leader behind it. And then, have the next one be getting the band back together, as it were. Oh, I have to jump for that. Okay, I did not see that coming. Okay. Okay. I think I see what I gotta do with this one, because I think it's up. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay. So we got to go all the way back to the beginning for this one, and be on point with not falling off, because I don't think you can get back up there on that railing. You know what? You can, because this one is a yeah. And then it's gonna go from there, and then just have the story slowly escalate with different people coming in trying to take over Tokyo. Like have it be where Goji left such a big impact that simply getting rid of him wasn't going to solve the problem. You're going to leave a massive power vacuum. Oh, okay, so that's why this one was here, because you can easily fall off the rail if you're not careful. Okay, so that leaves 3 more and 2 ones at the same area. Okay. Okay, I know what I gotta do with this one. Okay. Okay. Jump it. Nope. Well, that probably wasn't the right way to get it, but we're gonna roll with it. Now to get these last 2, and then we can call it a part here. So I think I have to write that. I had to write that all the way out. Okay. And then yeah, and then with regards to the story, you would have the ability to play with character combos. You know, see how Gum would interact with someone like, say, how Gum handles like Yo-Yo, what their dynamic is. You know, how she interacts with like Rapid 99 or the Love Shockers or the Immortals for that matter. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Okay, let's just head back this way. Or how Korn interacts with like Combo and Garam, or does he even is Korn like his real name, or is that just a name he goes by because he didn't like the word name tab? You know, stuff like that. It'd be interesting to see that get utilized more in a narrative setting. Okay, flick it back around, flick it back around, flick it back around. Come on. Wait, what do you guys think? Do you think Jet Set Radio could do with a... Oh, come on. You think you could do with like expanded media kind of situation, so that way the IP kind of keeps going, or do you think that this is one of those it should only come out every once in a blue moon situations and be a reflection of the time situation? I don't know, I'm just brainstorming. Okay. Come on. Right, now we gotta write this down, because I don't think you, because again, I don't think we have a character that can get enough airtime. Okay. I messed that up entirely. Tried to straighten it out, and I couldn't. Okay, I'm gonna cut to when we actually get this graffiti sold, because this is taking a little bit longer than I was really planning on it to. Okay, here we go. Okay, I somehow brought that back. I don't know how, but I did. Okay, so now I gotta be careful with this, because he has some guardrails this time. That helps. Okay. And... okay, now I just gotta get one more near the beginning of the level. I don't care that I fell, because we got what we wanted. Okay. No. Okay. I'm also kind of curious, just kind of like as like a side as a side tangent. We currently only have the designs for the Jet Set Radio and Future. I've seen a couple of fan reinterpretations. I think it was there was one called I think Jet Set Genesis, I think it was, where it gave beat and gum scars. But I'm gonna be honest with you, there wasn't a bad design for a fan project. I just wonder, which designs do you guys prefer of all that we've seen so far? And this is just with characters who share designs across both. Oh, that's just mean. Across both games. Do you prefer the original Jet Set Radio or do you prefer Future's designs? Because I grew up with Future, I'm kind of partial to Future's designs. That's just me. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to break that. But I wonder if there's anyone out here who prefers, the original designs. Okay, get up and over. Okay. There we go. And now we can head back to the Gigi's garage and actually see exactly what we got today. And then we're going to call it there. Oh, by the way, yes, for some reason, and I don't know if this is why the game has a teen rating, but you may have noticed, if you've been paying attention, that all of the girls, one of their Y, and I believe it's every single female player character in the game, if you use a Y trick combo, you will eventually see a trick name called Porn Star. And yes, every single female character has that trick in their reservoir on the Y trick. I don't know why. Now, granted, most people probably aren't paying attention up there, and I imagine it might have been a mistranslation issue, but we'll see when we get back into the garage. But it's once you notice it, it's kind of hard to unnotice. Okay, so let's go ahead and speak to Roboy. Yes, I'm talking to you. Don't have much to talk to you about anymore. Did not mean to do that. Okay, let's go to graffiti. And let's see what we got today. Oh, we actually got a good chunk of this filled out now. Evil anger. Yeah, I think it's evil anger and violet, shark bite, and danza borocho. And now the small category. I've already seen these. That's not good. Silent Laws. An easily infected OPN. Got for medium. We got Haze. Shiny kitty cat. We got Back to the Beginning, which is camouflage dice for some reason. Tech, not bad. And want to get an injection? Not from that. Okay. Draw free. Not bad. Sonic. Karasawa Genkai. Banbi Crash Thunder Hanako. Okay. Small, but looks tough. I think we gotta go here. We've already seen that one, so. Express the natural power. I might actually go with this one. Transparent. Transparent. Huh. Ultravox. Nah, we'll keep this one. So yeah, that's all of them. That's all for now. So we're going to go ahead and save it here. And I'll catch you later. I'll admit that was a lot tougher just because of that one vertical shaft we had to climb, and that's about it. Anyway, deuces.